What if you're an individual or a family and you suddenly discover, I'm in way over my head with student loans that we've taken out? What do you do?
The easiest approach is to go back to square one and you say, let me look at my balance sheet. What are the assets I have? How much money do I owe? List every single loan out. Put it in descending order, not in the amount borrowed, but the interest rate ascribed to each of those loans. Now you're going to look and see, what are my choices? Can I refinance some of this debt? There are more options to refinance student loan debt, both as the student's debt and the parent's debt. Is that something that's realistic for me? What can I afford on a monthly basis? How can I get this debt paid down as quickly as possible? Before you start dipping into your house or refinancing or borrowing against your 401k, all of those things are really dangerous positions to put yourself in financially. And frankly, the best time to start talking to your kids about college is when they're freshmen in high school. That's when the conversation has to take place. And parents, please, we don't want you to say, oh, I'm just going to work a few years longer so my kid can go to a private university. You don't know whether you're going to keep your job. You've got to be realistic about what you can afford, what you're going to gain at the end of the day.
What advice do you give families for how to make a tough decision that's not emotion-based? That is, how do we just please the kid who wants to go to college?
You want to first figure out what is free money, maybe it's grant, maybe it's called gift aid, and what is a loan. And then you want to see what kind of loan is being offered. With a subsidized loan, the interest clock does not start until the kid graduates from school. If it's unsubsidized, the interest rate clock starts ticking as soon as those funds are dispersed while kids are in college. Same goes for parent loans. And the other thing that's very confounding about it is a lot of the loans that are listed on these one-page documents, they don't have any terms associated with them. There's no interest rate. There's no estimate of what you're going to pay in the future. What you really have to understand is, what is the cost to this family today? What is the cost going to be in the future? And what's the best decision for all of us? Because we don't want kids to be imperiled, nor do we want their parents to be imperiled.
College is often sold as good debt. Good debt. Is it?
If you can graduate with a total amount of debt that is at least equal or lower than your first year's salary, you'll probably be able to pay it off pretty easily within 10 to 12 years. So if you're going to be a software engineer and you have $60,000 in debt, you're going to be okay. But if you're going to be a docent at a museum and you're making $32,000 a year and you've racked up $100,000 in debt, that's going to be really hard.
Should parents be subsidizing the cost of their kids' education? Should grandparents, if asked, we help Johnny go to college, what should they say?
Parents and grandparents, I would really urge you to look at your own financial security. Remember this, if you don't make your retirement needs and goals, who's going to take care of you? Probably your kid. So you're not doing your kid any favors by really putting your own retirement at risk. I can't emphasize enough that parents and grandparents steady your own financial ship. Then you can see whether or not and to what extent you can help your kids.